Hey guys, what's going on? Lomax here, and today I'm going to be bringing you another skill guide. This time we're going to be doing Sal. We're going to be going through his trees, and I'll show you what I like to use when I level up with Sal. So first we're going to start off with Sal's action skill, because we kind of need it to get through, the rest of his skill trees. It's pretty important, as is with the other characters. But Gunzerking allows you to shoot 2 guns, and you instantly regen 50% of your health upon using it. You regenerate ammo and a small portion of health. So it's a really, really solid skill, especially when you are level 72 and you have a whole bunch of stats that get buffed by it. Or that it buffs, I guess. Next, we're going to go into Inconceivable, which is helpful early game. Well, it's helpful at all stages of the game, but early game when ammo's not as... when you don't have a high ammo capacity, it allows you up to 50% chance to not consume ammo, depending on how low your health or shields are. It's very useful later with Money Shot, where you can just get an Inconceivable proc on a Money Shot, and get crazy long chains and do tons of damage. Next, we're going to spec into Last Longer, which increases our Gunzerk duration, which can be really, really nice in certain situations. We're going to follow that up with All in the Reflexes, which is going to give us reload speed and melee damage. However, the melee damage isn't really that important. It's mainly for the reload speed. More reload speed is never a bad thing. And we're going to follow that up with Yippee-Ki-Yay, which is going to increase our Gunzerk time whenever we kill an enemy in Gunzerk. And later in the game, the idea with Sal is to always keep Gunzerking. So that's kind of what we're working towards with this tree. We just always want to be Gunzerking. And this next skill, Get Some, we're going to throw 5 points there as well. That's going to help us get back into Gunzerk when we lose the skill. Every time you shoot an enemy, you get a 3-second cooldown. So it just allows you to get back into Gunzerk faster and faster when you're out of it. And even when you're in it, it starts cooling down whenever you shoot things, which is nice. Alright, and to end this skill tree, we're going to go into Keep Firing. And the idea behind this skill is the longer you hold down the trigger, the more fire rate and reload speed you get up to... The caps are there, 88% for fire rate and 25% for reload speed, so it's really good to use with automatic weapons. Now that we've done the Gunzerk tree, I guess, we're going to go down Sal's damage tree. This tree is full of skills that are going to give us way, way more damage. And we're going to start with Locked and Loaded, which is going to give us a fire rate bonus every time we reload. If you shoot 1 bullet and then reload, you get a fire rate bonus, 25% with 5 points. Really, really solid skill. Next, we're going to go into I'm Your Huckleberry, which is really only good with pistols. As you can see, it buffs pistol damage and reload speed, but most people tend to use pistols on Sal anyways, whether it be a Lady Fist, a Herald, and a Grog Nozzle. It can help with the reload speed, which isn't super significant, but it's something. But it's mainly for the Herald and other damage pistols. Once we go into that, we're going to go into Money Shot. And Money Shot is going to give us a very, very large damage bonus on the last bullet in our clip. Now, it's really, really, really strong. I wouldn't say it's Sal's most powerful skill, but it's probably his second most powerful skill. This combined with Inconceivable can allow you to get that Money Shot multiple times in a row, which is why Sal can be very devastating. Once we hit Money Shot, we're going to throw a point into Down Not Out. Another really, really useful skill, because when you are Gunzerking and you go into fight for your life and you don't have this skill, you're going to lose Gunzerk, and you have to wait the full cooldown, or some portion of the cooldown to get it back again. With this skill, you don't have to wait. You'll be able to Gunzerk immediately, and then when you come out of when you come out of fight for your life, you'll be able to Gunzerk immediately. Or you'll still be Gunzerking, I should say. So once we throw a point in there, we're going to throw 4 into Lay Waste. We're not going to throw 5 in, because we're going to throw 5 in here. But Lay Waste is going to give us a fire rate bonus and critical hit damage bonus anytime we kill something. The reason I don't throw 5 into it is because it's a kill skill. I'd rather have 5 points in something that's not a kill skill unless it's really, really strong. But Keep It Piping Hot is going to give us gun damage anytime Gunzerk is in the process of cooling down. Now with this skill, you can use this one right here, Get Some, which will allow you to cool down while Gunzerking. So you can basically get this damage bonus while you are Gunzerking, because it's still cooling down anytime you shoot an enemy. It might sound a little confusing, but it's actually a really, really useful skill. And we're going to follow it up with Sal's most OP skill, No Kill Like Overkill. So anytime you kill an enemy, you get bonus to your gun damage equal to the overkill damage, I guess, of what you just dealt to an enemy. And this can be really, really useful in certain raids. You can one-shot raid bosses with this skill. A combination of the other skills, but this skill allows you to do it. Now that this tree is done, we're going to go over to this one right here. And we're going to start off with Entice, which is going to give us reload speed anytime we take damage from enemies. Which, when you're Sal, you're always taking damage from enemies. Pretty much, anyways. You're in everything's face. Then we're going to go into Asbestos, which can be pretty useful in later OP levels, because it prevents dots from staying on you for too long, especially with a chaotic evil monk or some other type of monk mod, if you have it as hopefully the number 2 rather than number 1, because number 1 you want money shot. The number 1 skill. But we're going to throw 5 points into there, and then we're going to throw 4 points into Out of Bubblegum, which is going to give us a fire rate bonus anytime your shields are depleted. And generally, I like to use a Rough Rider, so your shields are always depleted because it's a 0 shield capacity. We don't throw 5 in here because I throw 1 here. This is just a nice skill in case you have like an enemy on you and you just want to get them off. You can just use your melee skill and it performs a punch and just knocks them away. Can be really useful too in boss fights such as Master Yi, when you're trying to get someone into an acid pool. You can just punch them back into the pool, and I think it's a fun skill. It's not necessarily the most useful thing, but it's still pretty fun. You don't really need to throw a point here. You can throw it here. You can throw it here. You can throw it wherever the hell else you want. But I like using it. But that is the general build that I would use when I'm using Sal. If you're looking for Deputy Sal, it's a bit different, but a lot of the core skills are still the same. Anyways, I hope you guys find this informative and or like the video, and thanks for watching. See you next time.